what, y'all? What's up? How y'all doing today? Listen, let me get to the point. Ice Cube was on this show talking about Diddy and talking about he thinks it's very powerful people that are trying to take Diddy under. To what y'all will say, boy, what are you talking about? Because at the end of the day, the more these celebrities open their mouths, the more they tell on themselves. And to be honest with you, the more it lets me know that a lot of celebrities that we think we know and love, it's just carefully crafted images, because when they open their mouths, they tell themselves. Case in point, Ice Cube. Now, you know, everybody in my family is a big fan of Ice Cube, big fan of his movies. He's talented. He's broken down barriers. But he was on this talk show speaking about Diddy, and he said a lot of things that were disturbing. He talked about the powers that be wanting to take down Diddy. I'm going to play y'all the clip in a second. But when I heard that, I was like, so that means you and everybody else knew what type of dumb-ish, what type of F-ish, what type of illegal-ish the time Diddy was on, and nobody said anything, because that's just what happens. But now that he's being held accountable for whatever reason, y'all talking about, oh, it must be powerful people that want to take him down. Y'all, I cannot with this. Again, let me just say this too. Can two things not be true? Can powerful people want to take him down and it's actually good for the community it gets taken down? Because what Ice Cube was saying sounded to me like the same people that defended Bill Cosby and all that other mess. It did. But you know what? Don't take my word for it. Let's get into the actual video. Hold on. Let's get into this. Oh yeah, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna let the video play in full. It's only like a minute clip. And then we're gonna add our director's cut commentary, because yeah, no. Something is very, very wrong with the men, with the power structure of Hollywood. And it's sick. Well, you know what? Let me just get into this and I can rip it apart. Let's go.
Are you surprised at what things are coming out with Diddy at all, or you like you have no idea? It's none of my business. You'll live long. Is that kind of like the mindset?
I mean, surprised. How could you be surprised with anything that happens in hip hop? You know, hip hop is the Wild West. So you're gonna have the good, you're gonna have the bad, you're gonna have the ugly.
You think he's being targeted, or some of the stuff he's got, there's credibility on what they're coming after him with the tapes and the feds and raiding his Miami home, his LA home?
I believe he's being targeted.
You believe he's being targeted?
Yeah. I believe, somebody, has the power to pull the trigger to make, this stuff, this domino effect
happen. Okay, all right. So you think he's being targeted? So you don't think, Shook said you can say what you want about Diddy, but Diddy didn't learn to like young boys. He learned it from a man named Clive Davis. He threw Clive Davis in there. It doesn't sound like you're part of that camp. You're part of the camp that you think he's being targeted.
I don't know enough to even be able to be specific on any of this stuff. It's just all speculation. I just know he was cool up until a point, and then this stuff started happening. So I believe somebody, like I said, yo, he's our new guy. We on this year or whatever.
He's our new guy. Okay, this year, whatever. How much mess has Ice Cube seen that he's not terrified or horrified about this? If this was your daughter, would you care? If it was your mother, your wife, your sister, a woman you respect, or a man that you respected? But because these are throwaway people and random, oh, he's our new guy this year. But you're not asking the right question, Cube. Is he guilty? Man, let's get to the director's cut and decode this mofo, because I got a lot to say.
Are you surprised at what things are coming out with Diddy at all, or you have no idea? It's none of my business. You'll live long. Is that kind of like the mindset?
Surprised. How could you be surprised with anything that happens in hip hop? Hip hop is the Wild West. So you're gonna have the good, you're gonna have the bad, you're gonna have the ugly.
Notice He didn't say he was surprised. Now, he's in a very PR way and he's had PR training, but you would think someone would be like, oh my God, I had no idea. Or, I didn't know they were into that. No, he's saying he's seen so many things. What's this? It's just one thing. But you know what he's more concerned about than the victims? He's concerned about the powers that be targeting people because, baby, he might be next or his friends might be. Not saying Cuba's into any of that, but that's what it sounds like to me. Not that they're into that, but you're more concerned with people being punished for just doing what's regularly allowed in hip hop. Listen to this.
You think he's being targeted, or some of the stuff he's got, there's credibility on what they're coming after him with the tapes and the feds and raiding his Miami home, his LA home?
Now listen closely to Cube's answer because he's been PR trained and media trained very well. But what the guy asked was, in case it slipped by, do you think he's being targeted? Or do you think there's credibility in these accusations and the feds raiding his home and this and that? There's only two choices. Do you think that there's credibility in what people say, or being targeted means he's innocent because there's no credibility? Listen to what he says, weighing his words very carefully.
I believe he's being targeted.
You believe he's being targeted?
Yeah.
Now, even the host of this podcast can't believe he just heard that. He's like, wait, what? You believe he's being targeted, which means you don't think he's guilty? But Ice Cube doubles down. Listen to this.
I believe, somebody, has the power to pull the trigger to make, this stuff, this domino effect happen.
So let me get this straight. Much beloved rapper and household name and rap legend, Ice Cube, doesn't believe anything that Cassie sued him over. Doesn't believe that the feds raided for a reason. Doesn't believe at all that any of the numerous people, what are we up to, 12 lawsuits now, suing Diddy for the most horrendous things. And this also is the women and men writing think pieces about the horrors. That's all fake, don't you know? These rich people, the billionaires that control all of us, all decided to punch some buttons and pull a trigger. And now Diddy's being punished. Ice Cube literally thinks that he believes this is all BS and this is some weird humiliation ritual or just some punishment by the powers that be. But since you know so much, Cube, why don't you tell us who those powers that be are? But then again, okay, I get it. You don't want the power to be to come down on you. But imagine he's clearing his throat, taking sips of juice, doing everything he can to be to walk on eggshells because he knows it can get him canceled. But at the same time, he wants us to know that he thinks Diddy's innocent.
Okay, all right, so.
Yeah, even the host had to laugh. Mofo, he got all these people saying he did it, and you trying to say this is made up by the powers that be? Yeah, I'm with them. Okay, so what else? Let's continue.
You think he's being targeted, so you don't think, Shook said, you can say what you want about Diddy, but Diddy didn't learn to like young boys. He learned it from a man named Clive Davis. He threw Clive Davis in there. It doesn't sound like you're part of that camp. You're part of the camp that you think he's being targeted.
I don't know enough to even be able to be specific on any of this stuff. It's just all speculation. I just know.
So let me get this straight. And we gotta start holding these mofos accountable, even the ones we like and respect and whatnot. Let me get this straight. You basically said that all these victims are lying and he's being targeted and there's no truth. But then you go back and say, well, I don't know enough to say anything about anything. I'm just speculating. You just said, oh, you speculating when it comes to any of that mess with Clive Davis because you don't want to get on Clive Davis's bad side. But for the nameless, faceless victims, oh, that's cool. It's just the powers that be. Let's continue.
He was cool up until a point, and then this stuff started happening. So I believe somebody, like I said, yo, he's our new guy. We on this year or whatever.
Yeah. You see, you give somebody enough time, they show you what a degenerate they are. Oh, I'm just saying, he was cool up to a point, and then something happened. You know what that something happened is? Cassie happened. Cassie decided to go and sue Diddy. Cassie happened, and then all these little demons came out of Diddy's closet. Okay. Now, before that, it was all over the urban blogs and the rap blogs. But then after Cassie sued, it came to 2020. That's what happened. See, let me tell you something about these rich mofos. And Ice Cube is a rich mofo. People wonder, like Slim Thug's dizzy ass, I don't believe in civil court. Yeah, you should, because that is the way that the founding fathers of America knew the only way that you can hurt these rich people. They don't care about this. They don't care about that. They don't care about our morals and our values. They don't care about like sucking the life out of our sisters, brothers, children, mother, father. It don't matter. Everybody is someone to be used by them. You sit there and think because what Ice Cube looks like us or looks like somebody you know that he's actually going to side on, the side of morality. These rich people will get PR firms. They'll fix it. The only way you can hurt them is to take away their money and their power. And what happened was, as much as the Breakfast Club and all these people want to be like, oh, it's a waste of time to sue, you shouldn't sue. And as much as they have their little puppets and PR people saying, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of time, we don't got no power. It's the very rich that control things. Baby, the very rich can't control nothing except the smoke and mirror show that's in front of our face. And the thing is, that smoke and mirror show is cracking. Now you can say, oh my God, they just letting Diddy get this is a humiliation ritual. Well, then where's the arrest? I mean, it is coming. But my whole point of the matter is, even by Ice Cube's account, he could be being targeted. But the fact that he doesn't believe the victims, the fact that he thinks everything in hip hop is the Wild West, the fact that he thinks this is just boys to be boys, and this year Diddy's just our guy, as if every year a black billionaire has to go down. Y'all listen, Cat Williams wasn't lying when he said in 2024, all lies will be revealed. And if you take it a certain way, then guess what? Then we know why you take it a certain way. I'll say one thing, the industry wanted to bury Cat Williams and tried to get everything they could to put that man under because he was exposing Hollywood. But guess what? That silk press is still growing. The pockets got fatter, and he's still living his life outside of the Hollywood circle. So don't come to me and tell me about all the powers that be have. Baby, this ain't nothing but justice, and Ice Cube needs to wake up unless he's worried, right? Because everybody can take it the way they want to take it. And if they take it that way, then we know why you took it. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.